Hi everyone, how are you guys doing? Thank you so much for being here and practicing with me today. My name is Daniela. If you are new to my class, and I want to thank everyone for joining me in today's practice. If you have your mats, let's begin. Come into hands and knees, all fours, separating knees hip apart, and walking your hands towards the front of the mat. Not like we always do, wrist under the shoulders, but slightly forward. Tucking the toes in, and then just moving hips all the way towards your heels, opening the back of the feet and stretching a little bit the sides of the body. And if you feel like you need to adjust the hands a little bit more forward, go ahead and exhale. Just lower yourself all the way down. Maybe bringing forehead down on the ground and just taking a breath or two here. While we are stretching, we are also trying to invite ourselves to this practice, to this present moment, the only moment that matters. Try to relax a little bit in the upper body. You're just stretching upper body, opening the back of the feet, and one last breath there. I also want to remind you to take a break if you need, and breathe all the time during your practice. Let the breath guide you always through your practice. Wonderful. When you are ready, inhale yourself. Press yourself all the way up, dropping the belly down in a cat, and gazing up, shoulders away from the ears, moving into a few rounds of modified cat and cows. On the exhale, you're going to round into your upper body and keep exhaling. Again, press yourself all the way down. So keep the hands away. Wrists are not under the shoulders, but slightly forward. And again, a few rounds like that. Inhale, you're arching, dropping belly down, shoulders away from the ears. Look up, sitting bones up. Exhale, you're rounding into your upper body and keep exhaling very long. You are lowering yourself all the way down. And two more times. Inhale, you're coming up. And exhaling, you going all the way, keeping that open in your upper body. And last one, inhaling, arching, come on up. And exhale, you rounding. And you move all the way back on your heels. Beautiful. Inhale, come on up, neutral spine, and release the toes for a moment and walk your wrist, palms, hands a little bit closer. Take a moment here, adjust your table, and then moving into a first downward facing dog. Tuck the toes back in. Inhaling your knees up, exhale, press back. Move the hips from side to side. Say yes or no with the head. Do all the checks you have to do. Making sure you're breathing, lengthening upper body, keeping shoulders away from the ears. Breathing, finding stillness, maybe a couple of breaths. One last, take your time, sitting bones back and up, create that reverse V shape. And remember, making sure you are spreading your fingers on the mat, pressing the ground away from you. And inhale, come forward to a plank position, holding your plank for a couple of breaths, just creating a little bit of heat in the body. At this time, your shoulders are passing over your wrists, shoulder blades going away from each other. Engaging abdominal muscles. It's not a very long class, so we try to do as much as we can in about 30 minutes. Take one more breath here in your plank, not collapsing the hips down, and then when you are ready, exhale, press back to a downward facing dog. And exhale, your knees down, knees together, sit on your heels for a moment, and then just make a few circles. Making a fist, make a few circles with your wrist outside, relaxing your upper body, and inside, switching side. Take your time, warming up a little bit the wrists, and then make a fist, open and close. Release, shake your hands out, come back to a table, separating knees back again to hip apart, and moving back to a downward facing dog. Toes in, inhaling, exhale, press back. Beautiful. Inhale, come forward into a plank again, and you're gonna release your right toes off the ground into a three-legged plank, making sure you're not tilting too much on the left. You're keeping the hips in one line. Once more, your shoulders are passing over your wrist. You're spreading fingers, engage abdominal, shoulder blades away from each other, and you stay here for 2 more breaths. One last. Now from here, walk the hands towards you. Press the right leg back and up into a three-legged. Now adjust the hands to a point that you feel comfortable. We're gonna move from here, from a three-legged to a three-legged plank a few times. So make sure you don't have to walk your hands forward and back. Find the right setup for you. And then from your three-legged dog, equally pressing the hands down, hips are in one line. You're gonna press yourself forward into a three-legged plank and back. Exhale. Come forward, always not collapsing in the hips, engaging abdominal and back. Exhale. And we do this for 3 more times, coming forward and back. 2 more, coming forward and back. For one last time, coming forward and pressing back, bending into the right knee, opening the hip a little bit more, and maybe exhaling, gazing underneath your right armpit. Just stay here for a breath, making sure you never hold the breath. And then when you're ready, moving into a wild thing. Step the right foot left side of your mat, shift the body weight left hand outer edge of your left foot, and open your heart, extending your right arm above the head, following the hand with the gaze, not collapsing the hips down. Stay for a breath. Take a break on your right wrist. Press the ground away from you with the left hand. And coming back. Three-legged dog, press back. And moving into a falling triangle. Right foot steps underneath your left armpit. Shift the body weight onto your right hand this time. Inner edge of your left foot. And bring your left arm to the heavens again. Don't collapse the hips down. Press the ground away from you. And smile if you can. Take a breath here. Maybe gazing up or gazing in front of you. Last one. And then when you are ready, bring yourself again to a three-legged, shooting that right leg back and up. And then right knee to chest. Come forward, lift into modified plank, right knee to chest, not collapsing again in your shoulders, pressing the ground away from you. And then when you're ready, right foot steps in between the hands, coming into high lunge. So make sure your feet are hip apart, keeping the tailbone in. Inhale, lift yourself up into a high lunge. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, just a breath or two here. Pressing right toes, heel inside, outside of the foot on the ground. Always relaxing in the poses, letting the breath to guide you. Last one. Bring the hands at the heart. Press yourself all the way to the back of your mat for a Scandasana, bending left knee, extending right leg. Toes up, heel down. Make sure you're not collapsing forward. If you need to lift your heel off the ground, by all means go ahead, rather than collapsing forward. Okay? Just a breath here. Hands down on the exhale. Press yourself all the way to the top of the mat. Same. Scandasana at the top. Again, inhale your upper body away from the lower back. Make sure you're not hyperextending left knee. Make sure there's no pain behind the left knee. One last breath there. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, we release. Framing the right foot, coming to the top of the mat. We step back to a plank and take a chaturanga. Inhaling for an upward facing dog maybe, or cobra, baby cobra. And exhaling, open the mouth. Side long. Downward facing dog. Take a breath here before moving on the other side. If you're ready, inhale forward with me to a plank. Lift your left leg off the ground, pointing the left toes to the back, three-legged plank. Don't collapse in the hips, shoulder blades away from each other, engaging abdominal. Hold for 2 breaths here before moving from a three-legged plank to a three-legged dog. So remember to find the right spot for your hands so you don't have to move them forward and back every time you move forward and back. Exhale, walk the hands back, 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 and shoot the left leg back and up. Hands are equally pressing down, hips remain in one line, and we move to a three-legged plank. Again, on the inhale, come forward. Exhale, press back. Move with control, hold your abdominal engage all the time. Don't collapse in the shoulders and breathe. Again, inhale, come forward, 4, and press back. 3, inhale, come forward, and press back. 2 more, come forward, and press back. Last one, come forward, and press back. Bending left knee this time. We may be exhaling, gaze underneath the left armpit, opening the hip a little bit more, pressing the hands equally down. Long neck, heavy head, just a breath. And then stepping for a wild thing. Left foot steps all the way to the right side of your mat. Come onto your right hand, right foot. Inhaling, opening your heart and chest to the sky. Reach, reach, reach your left arm all the way above the head. Maybe following that hand with the gaze, not collapsing in the right shoulder, squeezing glutes at the top. One breath here. And back again. Three-legged dog, shooting the left leg back and up. And then moving to a falling triangle, left leg all the way. Steps underneath your right armpit, come onto your left hand, inner edge of your right foot. Inhale your right arm, not collapsing, hips down. Keep the shoulders in one line, maybe long neck, look up at your right hand. Or just gaze in front of you. One more breath here. And if you're gazing up, gaze down. Step your right hand down. Shoot the left leg back and up, three-legged. Modified plank, come forward, left knee to chest, lift it up, hold. Making sure again you're not collapsing. You do not stop breathing. And then step the left leg all the way in between your hands, preparing for a high lunge. On the inhale, rise. Your feet are hip apart. You're keeping the hips square, left toes heel inside outside of the foot, pressing down. Upper body inhale, away from the lower back. Kick through the back heel. Tailbone stays in. One last breath there. Hands at the heart. Back of the mat, Scandasana. Bend your right knee and extend your left leg. Always inhaling away from the lower back. Hands down, or maybe you don't want to use the hands if you want. Just press yourself all the way to the top of the mat for a Scandasana at the top of the mat. Make sure you're not hyperextending right knee. Right toes are pointing up. Right inner hip rolls to the outer hip. Exhale, hands down. Common frame, left foot. Turning and stepping back for your Chaturanga. Inhaling for a back bend of your choice always. And exhaling. Side it out. Moving on. Let's do this one more time. Maybe adding a pose or two or none. Let's see how's it going. When you're ready, come forward, plank. Release your right leg off the ground, three-legged plank. Just 3 breaths. 2 and 1. Shoot the right leg back and up. Walk the hands with you to a three-legged dog. Inhale forward, three-legged plank, and back. 4 more times, coming forward and back. Inhaling, coming forward and back. 2 more, I think it's left, coming forward and back. Last one, coming forward and press back. Open the hip and the right knee, gaze underneath your right armpit. Take a breath here before moving to a wild thing. Step the right foot outside. Inhale your heart forward and down. Beautiful. And back again to a three-legged. Shoot the right leg back and up. And falling triangle we go. Right foot steps underneath your left arm. Come onto your right hand, inner edge of the left foot. Inhale your left arm up. Look up for just a breath. And exhale. Back again. Three-legged. Right knee to chest, come forward, modified plank again. And step the right foot in between the hands. Make sure your feet are hip apart. Inhale yourself all the way up for a high lunge. And if you're gazing up, gaze in front of you, coming into a Garudasana from here. So releasing the hands, inhale, press yourself up, stand onto your right foot and cross your left knee, left leg over the right. Find your balance. Two inner legs are squeezing in to become one. Bring the arms in front of you, wrapping left arm underneath the right. Lift the elbows away from you. Choose a steady gaze in front of you. Hold your eagle without holding the breath. Just 2 breaths. Right toes, heel inside, outside of the foot, pressing down. Shoulders relax. Ooh, one more. And slowly unwrapping the arms. Press yourself up and step back to a high lunge. Hands at the heart again, back of the mat, Scandasana. Maybe this time releasing left arm down on the ground, resisting upper arm against the inner knee, exhaling right arm up. And moving to the top of the mat. Exhale, hands down. Come all the way to the front of the mat. Right arm stays. Exhaling, left arm up. Beautiful. Exhale, left hand down. Come forward, frame the right foot, pivoting the back heel up. Plank, you step back, and chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Open the mouth, exhale. Downward facing dog. Great job. Take a breath here before moving on the left side. Make sure you're breathing. Long neck, heavy head. Beautiful. Let's move on. Inhale, plank. Left toes pointing back, three-legged plank. 3-4 breaths here. Shoulder blades going away from each other. Abdominal, it's engaged. You're breathing. One last. And walk the hands back, back, back. And shoot the left leg back and up, three-legged. Moving on, three-legged to a three-legged plank. Inhale, forward, three-legged plank. Exhale, shoot the left leg back and up. 4, inhale, come forward. Exhale, go back. 3, come forward. Exhale, moving back. 2, coming forward. Exhale, press back. Last one, coming forward. Exhale, press back, opening the hip, bending left knee, gazing underneath your left armpit just for a breath. And then step into a wild thing, left foot step sideways on the mat. Inhale your hips up, heart, open your heart and chest to the sky. Open yourself and reach for the heavens. One breath here. And back again to a three-legged. Shooting left leg back and up. And then left leg steps underneath your right armpit for a falling triangle. Coming onto your left hand, inner edge the right foot, outer edge of the left foot. Inhaling right arm up, not collapsing the hips down. Ooh, just breathing. And when you're ready again, three-legged, shooting left leg back and up. Inhale, forward plank, left knee to chest this time. Holding here for a breath. And then stepping left foot in between the hands. Inhaling yourself up to a high lunge. And remember to find a steady gaze when you're going to move forward for your Garudasana Eagle. And pressing left toes, heel inside, outside of the foot on the ground will help you. When you are ready, inhale yourself all the way up. Crossing right leg across the left. Lowering yourself, your hips down. Squeezing the inner thighs together. And bring the arms forward. Right arm underneath the left. Garudasana, elbows away from you. Away from the ground. Stay for just 3 breaths. 2. 1 more. And unwind everything, arms and legs stepping back to high lunge, inhaling your arms up. And again, hands at the heart, Scandasana, back of the mat. Maybe right hand down, upper arm resisting your right inner knee, and exhaling left arm up. And left arm back down, exhale. Come all the way to the front of the mat, doing the same. Left arm down. Inhale there, exhale, right arm up. And then again, right hand down, coming forward, framing left foot, pivoting back heel up, stepping back for your chaturanga, plank and chaturanga. Inhaling, back bend of your choice. Open the mouth, exhale. Side it out. Great job, everybody. Make sure you're breathing and you are taking a break if you need. Spread the fingers here, sharpen sitting bones back and up. Lengthen upper body. Take a moment. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, exhale, step your knees down. Bring them forward and together in between your hands. Cross the legs at the lower legs. Sit. Extend the legs in front of you. Now bring your feet and legs together. We're going to move into a Purvottanasana a few times. So bring the hands behind you with the fingers pointing to the top of the mat. You're going to inhale your hips up and point the toes all the way, maybe touching the ground, the top of your mat. Looking up at the sky, squeezing glutes abdominal for 5. For 4. Make sure you don't drop your head down. You're not choking yourself. Don't collapse the hips down and in the shoulders. Just 2 more breaths here. 1 more. Exhale. Lower down. Take a moment. We'll lift up 1 more time. And maybe before we continue, if Purvottanasana it's too much, you can always just do a reverse table. So at that point you bend the knees, you keep them hip apart, and same, you lift yourself up. You don't let your knees fall on the side. You keep those 4 corners of the feet pressing down. You're again engaging abdominal and glutes. And you look up at the sky, ceiling, or navel. Okay? That's your other option. Beautiful. Let's move again. Once more, Purvottanasana, all reverse table. Whichever option you think that works for you. If you are ready, inhale, lift up. Stay for 5. Try to point those toes all the way to the front of your mat, reaching for the ground, not collapsing in the shoulders and the hips. This should not be hurting lower back. If that hurts, just do a reverse table. 3, 2, 1 more. Exhale. Beautiful. Lower yourself down. If you were in table, reverse table, extend the legs in front of you. Bring the heels and feet together. Inhaling your arms up. And exhale. Fold. Catch anything accessible. Inhale once more. Remove any roundness from your upper body. And Paschimottanasana. Fold for 5 breaths. Relax. Every in-breath, lengthen away from the lower back. Every exhale, you are folding deeper, or again, maybe not today. 3, 2, 1 more. And head up on the inhale. Bend into your right knee, step the right foot outside your left leg, lean onto your left hip and bend your left knee, bringing your left heel underneath your right buttocks for support. 4 corners of the right foot pressing down. We're gonna twist. So inhale your left arm all the way up in the round on the exhale around your right knee, catching your pants, or all the way outside your right knee. Then you're gonna inhale your right arm up, and on the exhale, step the right hand behind you, turning the chin and gaze towards your right shoulder, only as far as the neck can go. Every inhale, you lengthen away. You're not collapsing. Press the ground away from you with the right hand. Keep the shoulders in one line. Grow tall on the in-breath. And again, try to keep those four corners of the right foot on the mat as much as is available. Don't let the right knee fall on the side. One more breath here. And then we inhale at the back and exhale, come forward. Stretching side, extend the legs, then bend the left knee, step the left foot outside, lean onto your right hip so you are able to bring that left heel all the way underneath your left buttocks. Four corners of the left foot stays down. Inhale, right arm up, and exhale around or outside your right knee. And then do the same on the left. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left arm behind you. Turn the chin and gaze to the back, only as far as the neck can go. Soften the facial muscles. Relax the shoulders. And say thank you to yourself for being here today. Showing up for yourself. Showing love to yourself. 2 more breaths here. One last. Inhale at the back. Exhale, come forward. Unwind, release. And then bending both knees, come into a butterfly. Soles of the feet together. Walk the heels towards you, holding your ankles, or walk yourself towards your heels. Maybe open the feet like a book. Inhale away from the lower back. On the exhale, walk the hands forward and forward. Stay for a couple of breaths. Relax in the shoulders. Even if your forehead is not reaching down, you can always use your 2 hands, palms on top of each other, to rest your forehead there. Or if you have a block, just do that. Relax. One last. Take your time. And then slowly head up. Inhale and press yourself all the way up. Hands are under your knees. Bring the feet down. Hands by the side. Feet stay hip apart. And then just drop the knees from side to side for a moment. Beautiful. And then come into a cross-legged, most comfortable for you. Hands at the heart in Namaste. Close your eyes for a few breaths here with me. Making sure you're not collapsing in your lower back. Making sure you are at peace right now. And at ease. Just soften the breath a little bit. Come back to what's normal breathing for you. Maybe if the mind wanders, just press the hands equally against each other. Beautiful. We're gonna end the class here. Before we do that, I want to thank you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being with me once more today and practicing with me. And thank to yourself for being here and showing up for yourself. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be protected from any inner or outer harm. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste.